if you guys want to know how to make this makeup look, then you should continue to watch, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how I did it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Okay, so we're going to start by moisturizing our face. You can use this as a primer. It's, let me see if y'all can see that. It's 𝓤𝓸𝓸𝓴. I haven't bought the primer, or I haven't bought this moisturizer, just because Ulta gives these little samples and it can last you about a month or two. So we're gonna start moisturizing our face, and just, you can use it as a primer. So after you guys moisturize, you guys are gonna end up using a foundation. I just bought this one today. It's called Beyond Perfecting Foundation Concealer. This is the box. I don't know if y'all can see that. Hopefully it works pretty well. I hear it has great coverage, so we are gonna use this. Let me see. Oh, cool. And look, it's very convenient. It has a little applicator. I'm just gonna put that all over my face, and then we're gonna just continue to put it everywhere, and then we're gonna blend it. So I look like a ghost. Okay guys, so now we're gonna start with the eyebrows, and I'm gonna show you guys an easy way to do your eyebrows. So I have this thing right here, and it's like a spoolie. You just spoolie your eyebrows. And then I use this one, an eyebrow brush. And then with the James Charles palette, you can see I use this shade right here on the top right. And then, so what you're gonna do, you're just gonna do a couple pats, and then you're gonna line the bottom and line the top, and then push it down. Well, this is for thin eyebrows. I know a lot of you guys like them thick. I personally like them thin, so that's what we're gonna do for mine. So you see, I lined the bottom and I lined the top. And then I give myself a like tail, I guess, at the end. And so I just start filling it in slowly. See, and then gotta just fill it in. So you're starting to look better than this one. And you're gonna do upward strokes. And don't worry about messing up, because, well, we have concealer, which we're gonna be using this just to clean it up. Excuse my dog. You might hear him in the background. So see, and the good thing about eyeshadow, you can always clean it up. That's how it looks so far. Okay, so we got one brow down, and I'm gonna do the other one off camera. Okay, so that's the other one done. My little chola brows, as everybody likes to call them. So this right here is a Morphe brush. This one, it has like a flat top. And what I basically do, I get some concealer just to edge up my eyebrows, and then I just do a little dab dab dab. And I got that from Christine, if you guys know who that is. And then you just start to edge it up just so you can have a sharper look. You guys see this one versus this one, it looks more cut crease, I guess you could say. Well, not cut crease, but more cut. And then we're gonna do that to the other side. See, it looks a lot better. Okay. So now, since we have this out, we're gonna put this underneath our eyes. Like that. Make a little pizza triangle. And it's always good to get a lighter shade than your foundation, just so it can highlight those parts of your face. So since we're highlighting those parts, I'm gonna put this also right here. And then for right now, we're gonna leave it like that. Oh, actually, we put this right down our nose. And we look a little interesting, but it's okay. And then we're gonna just blend that in. And then we're gonna blend this one in. We're gonna blend this up. Okay, so another thing we're gonna use with the James Charles palette is this shade right here. Like, you're gonna do the slightest tap on there, and we're gonna use that as our contour. Okay, so I'm gonna use this as my contour brush. I don't know the name of it, but it is a good brush to use for contour. So like I said, I use the James Charles palette because it has everything I need. It has enough for the contour, for my eyebrows, for my eyeshadow. So right now we're gonna use this brush, and we're gonna use, let me see. We're gonna use this shade right here, and we're gonna barely dip into it, because if you dip too hard, it's gonna be very harsh, and nobody wants that. So I barely tap it like that, and then I tap the excess off, and then I just a barely. And now I look weird, but it's okay. So I'm gonna keep tapping it, and then I have a double chin, so I am gonna contour and chisel it because I don't want my double chin showing. So let's just do that. It's gonna look a little harsh, but it's okay because we're gonna blend it out. Very subtle. And then I'm just gonna blend. And the good thing about using eyeshadow as a contour is that you can easily use concealer if you want to fade it out, or let me see, you can use this and just tap it in like that, and then just blend up, blend up. Okay, and then a lot of people like to do the 3, which you can also do. I do it a little differently just because I like doing it in steps, because sometimes it just looks a little too harsh on me, and so I'm just gonna do that. Okay, not too bad. And then just dab it out. And then I am going to use, let's see, I'm going to use a small brush. Let's see, something kind of like this. see? And I'm gonna contour my nose with that. So me personally, when I do that, I do a straight line right here, and then I do a straight line right here, kind of like that. And then I do a V like that. And then I just start to blend it out. And you gotta make sure you blend right because you don't want a harsh nose line and people making fun of it. Okay, so now that we blended that part out, I'm just gonna keep chiseling it. See that cut crease? Not the cut crease, but you see that cut. Okay, so now I use this translucent I use this translucent there you go, translucent banana baking powder. So I use this one and it's pretty cheap. I think it's like what, $8, 13 bucks. And then I'm just gonna put some powder in this, and then I'm gonna dip it, and then basically it just makes a line so the contour sits on top of it. What I like about it, it makes my face feel like matte, so I like it because it sets it. And I always put it right here in the middle of my nose just to make sure it's set. I'm gonna set the middle. And yeah, we're gonna let some time pass and then we're gonna clean it off. So after 5 minutes, I'm gonna just clean it off. So me personally, I like using a brush like this, very fluffy, just to brush it off. Now that we've done that, we're gonna go to the James Charles palette, and since we're doing a soft look, I'm gonna show you just a quick way to make your eye shadow look good. So me personally, I like neutral colors, so we're gonna try to do that. So let's see which brushes I'm gonna use. So usually to start out, I like to put a base color. So for my base color, I am going to use this color up here. It's the closest one to my skin tone. It looks white, but it's actually a peachy color. So with the peachy color, that's gonna be my base coat. So I'm just gonna put that all on my lid. And this just sets everything into place so you can work with the other eyeshadows. Okay, so this part right here is where my brow bone is, and then this part that comes in is my crease. So what I personally do is I get a fluffy brush like this, and this is another Morphe brush. and I get the lightest shade and I put it on this brow bone right here. So let's see, which one am I gonna use? Well, to start it, I'm probably gonna use I'm probably gonna start with, I'm conflicted. This color probably, or this color. You can start with this one or this one, but I'm gonna start off with this one. So now that I'm dipping into this color, I'm gonna start right here where the brow bone is and just go left to right. You're gonna continue just to blend, and you're gonna blend in circular motions. But make sure you stay on that brow bone. And just blend and blend. Okay? And then what you do to this eye, you're going to do to this eye. And then I like to use something like this. It's a very like spirally brush, and it just helps me blend it even more. It helps me get all the shadow off that I don't want, or it helps me make it darker, but it helps me blend. So see, it's kind of, this one's more blended than this one, so you're just gonna keep blending. Okay. Okay, and then we're gonna use a dark color for the crease, but not the darkest. So for the crease, I am going to use this, let me see, this brush right here. And we're gonna use a brown color. So I am now gonna use this one in the corner, and then I'm also gonna mix that with this one and a like reddish color, just because it'll look pretty. So I'm gonna use that. Okay, so now we're gonna use this color right here. It's a very dark color, and we're gonna put that right here in the edge, just so we could give it some dimension. Make sure you barely tap that on right there, kind of like that, and you're just gonna build. Keep building, and basically I just do half of it, so half of my eyelid this way is what I do. And then I like to do circular motions and just make sure this is done right. And then I get this blending brush again, and I just go back and forth. Just to make sure it's all blended out. And I guess you could say it's kind of like a smoky eye. But this is the easiest eyeshadow I've done, and it's quick for me as well. Make sure. Okay. So now the inside part that's kind of white, I personally like to use like a shimmer shade. So on this palette you can use any type of shimmer. I usually like to mix it up. So this is a shimmer shade, this is a shimmer shade, this is a shimmer shade, and this one right here is a shimmer shade. So I like to go between all of those and just pat it in the inside of my eye. So to pat it, I am going to use this brush right here. Okay. And just pat right here in the middle. Just so I can have a little more shine to it. And if you want it more intense, you can use glitter or anything else shiny you have. I personally just like using the shimmer shades. Just comment down below what type of inner corner you guys like to do. You guys can tell me if it's glitter, if it's shimmer shades, or highlight. But that's how I do it. And then I'm just going to make sure everything's blended well. So I'm just going to go back and just make sure it's blended. And yeah, that's gonna do it for me. Okay, so the finishing look that really helps me out is the eyeliner. So I do a little cheat sheet and I like to use a pencil eyeliner first, and then I like to overline it with a liquid eyeliner. That's how I've always done it, and it helps me get these really sharp wings. So I'll start from one corner and I'll just push up like that, and so I already have like basically a line there, so I know where I'm gonna put the liquid. And then I'm gonna start right there, and then see, so now I have the line for this side and the line for this side. And then I do that. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be an outline basically for the real deal. Okay, so now I'm gonna open up this. This is MLL01 Black. It's a matte liquid eyeliner. I buy all my products from Ulta, so you'll be able to find everything from there. I got my James Charles palette from Ulta, and I used his code online for the second palette I had bought for a friend, because I don't think at Ulta you can use codes. But I know online you can use it in the Morphe site. Okay guys, so the way I start, I do a line right here, and whenever I do the line I color it in right here, and after I color it in, I just finish it. Okay, so what I do, I like to line my lips like a little chola. I have this liner. It's NYX, and it is a matte lip brown. And so I just line my lips, and then I like to put a clear gloss. This one is the Filler Instinct. and it is a plumping lip polish, which I also got at Ulta. And me personally, I do an X right there, and I color in the sides because it gives it dimension. Okay, so now that I've done that, I am going to put this on and blend it. And now that is blending, it goes with the look because it's kind of like a neutral color. And then I use a Wet n Wild Megalo highlighting powder. So this is the one that I use. And then I use this as my eyeshadow brush, or not eyeshadow, but my highlighter. And so I'll put a line right here, a line right there, and on the tip of my nose. And then yeah, this is it. So you guys can finish with these lashes. I personally am not gonna put them on right now, but these are Eyelure London Vegas Nay, and I like them because they're thick. And then when I'm done with my makeup look, I use the Morphe X Jeffree Star setting spray. So I'm gonna do that now. And it's good for a look out. So this is just a quick and easy makeup look that I personally enjoy. But yeah, you guys could get it. I'm gonna link everything in the description box below. I'm gonna tell you where I got these products, and I really do hope you guys enjoyed this video. It took a lot of guts to do this, so I hope you guys like it.
You say you love me, but I don't think that it's